Hi everyone, and I would welcome you all on yet another exclusive webinar from HDFC Securities. My name is Dhiraj Shetty. I'm the Product Service Manager for NPS. So the topic that we'll be covering today is NPS. So as you all are aware that the financial year for 2019, 2019 and 20 is about to end, and the new financial year of 2020-21 is about to start. So in the month of February, the financial budget was announced by the government. So there were certain changes that happened in terms of the income tax. Some income tax benefits or some income tax exemptions were removed, some were added, and there was a new tax regime that got included. So looking at these new changes, so what we have come up today is what are the tax implications that these changes would have under the NPS scheme, or what are the new tax benefit that would be applicable for the subscribers from the financial year 2020-21, starting from the financial year 2020-21. So without wasting any further time, let's just start the webinar today. So the webinar today, what I'll be explaining is I'll be explaining the new tax benefit that would be applicable for the financial year of 2020 and 21 for all the NPS subscribers that are existing, that currently have an NPS account, and the new ones would be enrolling in the next financial year. So before I explain you the new tax benefit that is applicable, I'll first explain what is the existing tax benefit that an NPS account holder or a subscriber enjoys. So what does a new tax, what does an account holder or an NPS account holder get from from the current tax benefit? So as you all are aware that NPS has two variants of NPS. First is an individual NPS. Second is a corporate NPS. So for example, if you are a corporate NPS account holder, or if you have a corporate NPS, so the tax benefit that you enjoy is you get an opportunity to invest up to 10% of whatever is your basic salary, and that same amount gets exempted from your taxable income over and above the ATC limit under section 80CCD2. Which basically means, or in simple words, what does this mean is, as a subscriber of NPS, if you hold a corporate NPS account, you have the opportunity to invest up to 10% of whatever is your basic salary plus DA, which is dearness allowance. For example, if I have a corporate NPS account and if I invest up to 10%, and supposingly if my basic salary is 10 lakhs and if I wish to invest up to 10%, so 1 lakh is the amount that I'll be investing in a financial year in the NPS scheme. That same 1 lakh gets exempted from my taxable income over and above the ATC limit. So these deductions would happen from your salary part, which means the employer will deduct it from your salary and credit it back into your NPS account. That is the reason that this benefit or this contribution is called as employer's contribution. Now, once your employer's contribution is done, which means the deductions or the contributions is done from your salary part, you as a subscriber have the opportunity to invest an additional, you have the opportunity to gain additional tax benefit if you individually or from your voluntary part invest into NPS. So what is that benefit? So that benefit is, as a subscriber into NPS, once you have done your corporate contribution, the subscriber has the opportunity to do a voluntary contribution and gain a tax benefit of up to 50,000 rupees under section 80CCD 1B, which is again over and above the ATC limit. So once your corporate contributions are done, you have the option or the opportunity to invest an additional and avail an additional tax benefit of up to 50,000 rupees. So a corporate NPS account holder can avail both this tax benefit, the contribution that the subscriber would do from an employer's part, which is from your salary part, plus the individual contribution that a subscriber can do and gain a tax benefit of 50,000 rupees. Both these tax benefits are over and above the ATC standard deductions of 1,50,000 that we have. So that is what a corporate NPS account holder used to get in terms of tax benefit for till 31st of March 2020. That is for the corporate NPS account holders. Now, for the individual NPS, supposedly if your corporate does not have NPS under their system, you can still avail NPS account by opening an individual NPS account. So what is the tax benefit that an individual NPS account holder gets? So the tax benefit that an individual NPS account holder gets is he or she can, the subscriber can invest into NPS as much as they want to, but the tax benefit is capped to an amount of 50,000 rupees in a financial year only. Again, this 50,000 would be tax exempted under section 80CCD 1B, which is over and above the ATC limit of 1,50,000. Now, so this was the tax benefit, or this is the tax benefit that would be applicable till 31st of March 2020. After the budget, so there were certain changes in the income tax structure, as I mentioned previously as well. So these changes had an implication on the tax benefit that a subscriber would have enjoyed under NPS. So what is the benefit, or what are the changes that has happened, and what is the new tax benefit that a subscriber can avail under the NPS scheme in the new tax regime? So according to the new tax regime, so this is the tax benefit that a subscriber can enjoy under NPS after post 1st April 2020. So what does this mean? So for example, if today I have a corporate NPS account under NPS, if I'm a holder of corporate NPS account, so previously you as a subscriber were eligible to get a tax benefit of up to 10% of your basic plus dearness allowance, and that same amount that you invest into NPS would be exempted from a taxable salary. But there was no capping on the amount previously. Post April 2020, 1st April 2020, there is a capping that has come, which basically means if you are a corporate NPS account holder, you as a subscriber can invest into NPS, but the contribution amount would be capped to a maximum of 7,50,000 in a financial year. So which basically means the contributions that you'll be making towards your NPS account should not exceed more than 7.5 lakh. If it exceeds more than 7.5 lakhs, the tax benefit would be capped to 7.5 only. In simple words, which basically means, and that 7.5 lakh capping that has been installed, or that has been kept by the government, that includes your PF contribution, your superannuation contribution, and your NPS contribution, which basically means if all these three employer contribution exceeds 7.5 lakh, so the tax benefit that the employee can enjoy is only 7.5 lakh. Supposingly, if my PF, my superannuation, and my NPS contribution comes to a round of 8 lakhs, the tax benefit that the tax exemption that I'll enjoy in a financial year would be capped to 7.5 only. So this tax benefit is applicable in the new regime as well. So as you all must be aware that right from the next financial year, we've got two regimes. First is an old regime, second is a new regime. So the corporate NPS benefit, which comes under 80CCD 2, is applicable in both the regimes, the new one and the old one as well. So if a subscriber or a corporate NPS account holder chooses the new regime, then also he'll get a tax benefit under NPS under the corporate scheme, which would be capped to 7.5 lakh, which is a total of your PF, your NPS, and a superannuation. It is applicable in both new and old tax regime. Now, once the corporate contributions are done, so what about the individual contribution that a subscriber can make, that the subscriber would be making till this financial year and gaining a tax benefit of up to 50,000 rupees, which is under section 80CCD 1B. That deduction is still applicable, but that deduction is applicable only to a subscriber if that subscriber chooses to go with the old tax regime. Supposingly, if I choose to go with the new tax regime, the individual tax benefit of up to 50,000 rupees that was applicable till now would not be applicable, as that tax exemption is excluded from the new tax regime. So which basically means if I am a corporate NPS account holder, and if I've gone for the new tax regime, the tax benefit that I'll enjoy would be a capping of 7.5 lakhs only. I won't be able to get the tax benefit of the 50,000 part. But if I'm a corporate NPS account holder and if I choose to go with the old tax regime, I'll get the corporate NPS benefit, which is capped to 7.5 lakhs, plus the individual capacity contribution that I can do, which would avail me a tax benefit of up to 50,000. That was for the corporate NPS account holders part. Now, for people who are opening or people who have an individual NPS account holders, so for them, the rule remains the same. So if you're opting for the old tax regime, then you as an NPS account holder or a subscriber of NPS are eligible to get a tax benefit of up to 50,000 rupees under section 80 CCD 1B, which is again over and above the ATC limit. But if you choose to go with the new tax regime, this deduction or this benefit would not be applicable. Plus, in the individual NPS account scheme, in the individual NPS account holder, there is no capping on the investments. You can invest as much as you want to, but the tax benefit would be capped to a maximum of 50,000 rupees. So these are the two tax regime, or this is the new type, this is the new tax benefit or the changes in the tax benefit that would be applicable post 1st April 2020, and this this changes in the tax benefit would be applicable for both the subscribers, for subscribers who are already have an NPS account or for subscribers who will be opening their NPS account in the new financial year as well. I hope this session on the tax benefits or the implications of the tax benefit that NPS offers has been a very fruitful and a beneficial session for a webinar session for all our subscribers or all our customers. I would suggest you to go to our website and look at the various options that we have under NPS. So, for example, if someone wants to do an individual contribution, has not done the individual contribution, the subscriber or the subscriber can directly visit our website, which is www.hdfcsec.com, and do the further contributions into NPS, so that your tax you save a tax benefit, you save your tax of up to 50,000 rupees, or you reduce your taxable income up to 50,000 rupees, and you will get the contributions would happen on a real-time basis, and the subscribers would get the receipt on a real-time basis as well. So that's all from my end. For this time, I would like to thank each and every one of you who has attended this session. I hope this session was very knowledgeable and fruitful for everyone. So I would also urge everyone to constantly look at our website, visit our website, and get an update on the various webinars that we'll be doing. I would thank everyone for coming and joining this webinar. Thank you, and have a great day, and please stay safe. Thank you, everyone.